Very good morning. You're watching Today in Parliament with me, Aishwarya Kapoor. These are the headlines. Citizenship Amendment Bill 2019 slated to be moved for consideration and passing in the Rajya Sabha today. Upper House also scheduled to continue discussion on motion of thanks to the President's address and general discussion on the interim budget. Law Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad to move the Aadhaar and Other Laws Amendment Bill 2019 in Rajya Sabha. Several other reports, including committee's report on the welfare of SC and ST 2018-19 to be presented in both the houses. And after passage of the interim budget in Lok Sabha, Finance Minister to move Finance Bill 2019 and the banning of unregulated deposit schemes Bill 2018. Bill allows compensating investors in the Ponzi schemes. A number of bills are slated for introduction and passage in the upper house today. Home Minister Rajnath Singh will move the Citizenship Amendment Bill 2019 to further amend the Citizenship Act of 1955. The bill seeks to amend the Citizenship Act of 1955 to make illegal Hindus, Sikhs, Buddhists, Jains, Parsis and Christians immigrants who are from Afghanistan, Bangladesh and Pakistan to save themselves from religious persecution and entered India before 31st of December 2014, eligible for Indian citizenship. The bill was cleared by the Lok Sabha in the winter session of Parliament. Another bill, the Cinematograph Act Amendment Bill 2019, will be introduced by MOS Rajya Singh Rathore to further amend the Cinematograph Act of 1952 in the upper house today. And Finance Minister Piyush Goyal will introduce the International Financial Services Authority Bill 2019. The bill aims to provide for the establishment of an authority to develop and regulate the financial services market in India. Other bills for consideration and passing in Rajya Sabha include the Aadhaar and Other Laws Amendment Bill 2019, the Companies Amendment Bill 2019, the Indian Medical Council Amendment Bill 2018, the Arbitration and Conciliation Amendment Bill 2018, the New Delhi International Arbitration Centre Bill 2019 and the Consumer Protection Bill 2018. Rajya Sabha is also slated to hold further discussion on the motion of thanks to the President's address today. The motion was moved in the House by BJP MP Bhupendra Yadav last week on Wednesday. MOS Parliamentary Affairs Vijay Goyal will second the motion. And also listed in today's business is the general discussion on the interim budget 2019. Some other important bills are also slated for consideration and passing in the Lok Sabha today. Now, these include the Finance Bill 2019 to continue the existing rates of income tax for the financial year 2019-20 and to provide for relief to taxpayers. The bill will be moved by Finance Minister Piyush Goyal. He will also move the banning of unregulated deposit schemes Bill 2018. The bill seeks to provide for a comprehensive mechanism to ban the unregulated deposit schemes and to protect the interests of the depositors. Earlier this month, the Cabinet had approved proposals to amend the bill aimed to effectively tackle the menace of illicit deposit-taking activities and prevent Ponzi schemes from duping the poor. Minister Mahesh Sharma will move the Jallianwala Bagh National Memorial Amendment Bill 2018 to amend the Jallianwala Bagh National Memorial Act of 1951. HRD Minister Prakash Javadekar will move the Central Universities Amendment Bill 2018 to amend the Central Universities Act of 2009. Let's get all the updates from our colleague Akhilesh Suman, who is joining us live from Parliament. Akhilesh, amid opposite, there are a number of bills that are, going to be, considered in the Rajya Sabha today. Besides this, the upper house is also scheduled to continue discussion on the motion of thanks to the President's address and also the general discussion on the interim budget. So there's lots of agenda, with only 2 days left in the session.
Right. It happens more often than not that once you are at the fag end of the session, there are so many bills and so many resolutions to be passed and to be considered and, to be discussed. And this is happening in this session also. And you know that the way this session was disrupted since very beginning until yesterday So I think that it is going to be tough time for both treasury benches and opposition benches. Government generally requests the opposition to sit for later in the night and pass the bills. So it is a billion-dollar question whether opposition will be ready to pass those bills. One of the major bills that is in Rajya Sabha today, you know, that is the Citizenship Amendment Bill, and that is you know, considered to be very, you know, in a way it is difficult for opposition and treasury benches to come to terms, because what I am getting from my sources that you know, many of the northeastern states are also agitating against the bill. Many of them are here in the city itself. Yesterday, you know, the Arunachal Pradesh Chief Minister and Manipur Chief Minister, both of them belong to BJP. They also met Union Home Minister Rajnath Singh and requested him not to take this bill for consideration and passing. But Rajnath Singh has assured him that it will not hamper the interest of the local native people of northeastern states. So opposition members also have their own understanding over this bill. So I think that if this bill comes for consideration and passing, it will be a very heated debate in Rajya Sabha today, and one has to see that how this bill passes through Rajya Sabha, because Lok Sabha has already passed it, and in Rajya Sabha there is a always a difficult time for the government to get the bill passed. So it will be very interesting that how government persuades the opposition members to pass the bill today, Aishwarya.
Right. And speaking about Lok Sabha, Akhilesh, the government is scheduled to table the CAG report on the Rafale jet fighter deal, you know, which has generated a massive political controversy. And the finance minister will, of course, move the finance bill as well as other bill that allows compensating investors in the Ponzi schemes. So how does the day look like in the Lok Sabha?
Really, still it is likely that CAG bill on Rafale deal comes through. There are some other, you know, CAG reports on many other issues, including the, you know, infrastructure. Also, there are some CAG report on defense services. They are related to defense services, not exactly on Rafale deal. So it is interesting to see that whether government comes with the Rafale deal, because you know that the parliament is anyway till tomorrow, and there is a time, enough time for the government to you know, table the bill even tomorrow. So we are all watching and waiting also to see that if CAG report on Rafale deal comes or not. But if it comes, it really will be a very interesting time for everyone to understand about Rafale deal, because the whole country is waiting to see that what CAG comes out with, because government has already been taking position that there is nothing wrong with Rafale deal, and opposition has always been claiming that Rafale deal there is something wrong in the Rafale deal, procedural, you know, problems were there in Rafale deal. So it is interesting time if it comes, but I'm still keeping the fingers crossed whether it will come today. It may come tomorrow also, Aishwarya.
All right. So it is the penultimate day of the last parliament session before the Lok Sabha election, and the government really looking to push as much legislative agenda as possible. Of course, we have to wait and watch how does the day really pan out in both the houses. Thank you so much, Akhilesh, for all those updates there from Parliament. And with that, we wrap up this edition of Today in Parliament. Do stay tuned. The proceedings of the Upper House are going to commence in a short while from now. Thanks for watching.